Back in 2002, the internet was still a toddler, and Amazon was just starting to make a name for itself. The real online retailer that was of any significance at that time was eBay. It was the most popular, and practically everyone used it. Now, I was looking for a cheap DVD player. I didn't have much money, so I found it the opportunity, a potential opportunity to get it for a really low price on eBay, a good to be true price, and I had much luck with eBay at that time, getting things for really cheap, and yeah, I give it credit for that. So I found this DVD player, and I bid on it and won it for about $25. It was delivered to me plus shipping. Shipping was extra. There wasn't much free shipping at that time on eBay. That wasn't introduced by that time, and I got it delivered. Back then, eBay was a novelty thing. It wasn't like today, the environment. Now there's a ton of places you can go to where you can find used stuff for really low prices, and there wasn't a glut of products like there is today. Everything was a rarity and expensive, much valuable than what things are today. So I felt like I got a really good bargain, the bargain of the century with this DVD. And I had it delivered. The guy who sold me it seemed, I don't know, a bit sketchy possibly, but his reviews were satisfactory, and once I tried it, I saw otherwise, that he wasn't a really good person. I discovered that it didn't operate properly or at all, regardless of all the hacks I tried. And when you're desperate, you try everything to make something work, but I couldn't get this work, which means it was really in bad shape. So I left a bad review for the guy on eBay, and he took big offense to it, and he seared me for getting a DVD for so cheap of a price. And yeah, somehow on the internet people hit it where it hurts. They somehow know how to target you directly, get a direct shot on you. And yeah, it left my feelings hurt a bit, because it was true what he said. I did get it for a really good deal, but I recognized, that it wasn't, that's the point of eBay. He was calling me out for something that was normal. It was a bargain site, and sometimes you get a bargain if you get the bad end of the deal. Oh well. And if that's not something you're willing to accept, then others who want to buy things from you should know about your position, and they'll probably think twice about doing so. Just because I got a bargain doesn't mean I deserve to get a broken thing. So I called him out on shaming me for getting something for really cheap. No, that's the whole point of eBay sometimes. It's the luck of the draw. And I called him out, and yeah, he hit me where it hurts, and I hit him where it really hurts. Sometimes you should be careful who you mess with. I'm sure it had a lot of effect on his dealings on eBay. So I was stuck with this broken DVD, and I kept it for, I don't know why. I still have it, but still here. This is a condition of hoarding, I suppose. It's a product of hoarding. But when I get bad electronics, I become sort of stigmatized to the brand of the electronics. I try to avoid them afterwards. So this brand, I took note of it, and I tried to avoid it from then on, because it was just a broken DVD player, and didn't work properly. Most electronics I expect to be very sturdy and function despite a lot of wear and tear. But yeah, sometimes you have a bad experience with electronics, and you just try to avoid the manufacturer of those electronics. And the same thing I do with Samsung. I had a lot of bad experiences with Samsung products. so I avoid those. And some others, but some I also am confident about. Now, Amazon was actually my first site I registered with, and it's now a really big deal, but back then not so much. And like I said, there was a scarcity of products back then, and eBay was your best hope for finding a lot of things if you had not so much money at the best prices. This item was my first bad experience with eBay, and I started getting a sense of trepidation that it might become a trend that all the products on eBay will be of this quality. Because there wasn't so much products, so many options for online purchase sellers, online stores, where you can find such a wide variety of products. So over time, I continued to buy from eBay, and unfortunately, my fears turned out to be true. Much of the things I would buy were defective, but I did continue to purchase products from there at the high-end products, and I was lucky with those ones. There were hundreds of dollars. Unfortunately, I just had to give up on eBay for the most part, because it sells products at really good to be true prices, and sometimes at really too good to be true features as well, while not working. And from then on I stopped considering eBay as a viable option for most products, but occasionally I still use it, and I know a lot of people who are still into eBay. It just has never worked for me. It has worked for me, but only rarely, and it has done a lot of good to me. But like I said, it's brought me a lot of heartache, and so I myself avoid it, but everyone will have their own experience with eBay. Now I prefer Kijiji, which is also owned by eBay. with it you can interact with the people you're buying the items from and test them out before purchasing. So it's an ideal environment for purchasing used things. When you're face to face, it's hard to scam someone, and also there's some accountability as well. But I was scammed on Kijiji, and I still don't hold it against Kijiji. I was scammed somewhat really badly by someone who can't be described anything but as scammer. I will post a video telling how that story went. Here is the thing I was scammed with on Kijiji, laptop. But yeah, we come a long way from the days where eBay was the primary online sellers. Thanks goodness to the pioneering work of Amazon. Now we have free shipping and returns without questions, an honor system, all thanks to Amazon, which is a very progressive form of commerce. The honor system, I think, is the only way to go, and all retailers, Walmart, Best Buy, Home Depot, they're following Amazon's leads, and Amazon deserves its due credit. Always beware of too good to be true prices. A lot of times when something is too good to be true, it's a trap, a pit, and you're gonna fall and get hurt. Actually, there is one place I know of where you can get things at really too good to be true prices. It's called maxsold.com, and it's an estate sales website. You find tons of things there where the people who are selling them either have taken them from people who died, or they're moving, and you can find tons of things on there, and you can live like a millionaire even if you're poor. Here is the website. Like I say, truckloads of things you can find on there. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to take in, how much stuff you're willing to hoard in your house. You can have practically everything you want. Electronics, appliances, furniture, cheap very cheap. Because I even stopped buying from there because it's just too much stuff I can't handle. It's a bit scary. But yeah, MacSold.com makes dreams come true. Yeah, 2002 was a really different time than today. Google didn't own the search market at that time like it does today. There was many alternatives, and CDs, DVDs were still relevant, and Blu-ray was a new technology that was gonna replace the DVD. Boy, not many people figured everything would be go digital in terms of transportation. Everything would be transferred digitally rather on physical media, and or on really tiny minuscule physical media. But yeah, we're in a much better time than when that was the case. Who wants all this unnecessary space takers? Well, they were in a sense important for making material things have a sense of value, but in this day and age it's very different. Material things are much less endeared than times past. Not much that many thefts take place in this day and age for objects that have become trivial due to the dollar store and their low price, things like that. We live now in a much better time and a much more comfortable time.